Pro Football Hall of Famer DeMarcus Ware. How are you? How about them Cowboys?
Hey, how about them Cowboys? I'm not how about them right now. I'm a little upset. You know,
Why?
they're not playing the way that they need to be playing. So I know we got a lot of things to cover, but actually, anyways, how are you doing?
I'm so great. It's great to see you. Let's dig into the Cowboys, though. How do you fix them? What is the biggest problem?
They have the talent, but not the tenacity. They have the
Hmm.
other T, but the tenacity that they need to bring to the game for 4 quarters. I only saw like the first game, and that starts on the defense. And you can see defensively when the defense plays well, the whole team plays well. But as soon as people start pointing fingers, they're not playing well, the whole team doesn't play well. So it starts with the defense and their mentality.
Do you think Micah was right to point fingers, especially out loud, sort of pointing to their effort, calling out accountability? Was that good? What did you make of that?
You never point the finger at somebody else. You always twist it and point it back at yourself because you can only change the things that you can do. But when you start pointing the finger at your other teammates, that sort of makes things a little bit different when it comes to are you the true leader that you know you need to be. Um, to me, true leaders don't point fingers. They just show results and then everybody follows their lead. So I think it wasn't the right thing to do, but things have changed.
Is that a text you? I mean, you mentored Micah early in his career. Is that a text you send or anything, or no?
I don't say anything right
Mm,
now. I know he's listening,
yeah.
and to Micah that's listening, one thing that I can sit right here and tell him is never point a finger when you have the C on your chest. What you do is show it from the results that on the football field, rushing the passer, making big plays, and everybody else follows after that. And from the first game, him being a catalyst like he was, he didn't have to say anything. Your words speak louder than anything. So just for him, I know that he's listening. Let your actions speak louder than your words and never point your fingers.
He's got a chance tonight, right? They've got a chance to show it, right? You said that's what leadership is to you,
Yeah.
showing it, and they can hopefully do that against these Giants. I want to ask you about, the run defense obviously is the big story here. Emmitt Smith was on my show last week talking about it. Mike McCarthy stressed relying on the fundamentals. That's what we're hearing, right? We heard that all offseason. We're entering week 4. Knowing Mike Zimmer, as you do, he was your DC down in Dallas to start your career.
Yeah.
How can you fix it, especially on a short week?
Um, when you go back to fundamentals, just like McCarthy said, some guys at the end of the day, they have their tendencies. But I know with Zimmer, he's going to change things from the scheme, not saying, hey, you have to make sure you stay in the B gap and maybe try to make a gap play. No, I need to get some guys moving. He's going to blitz a lot more, bring a lot more corner blitzes. He's going to move Micah around to put his talent in places to where they're going to be able to make plays. He's going to dictate it. I think he put it in the guy's hands last game, and it didn't work. And I know how Zimmer, he's going to take over, and he's going to start blitzing a lot more and bringing a lot more pressure.
They're 5.5-point favorites, your Cowboys. They always do very well against the Giants, especially in recent history. Who do you think wins Thursday Night Football?
I want my Dallas Cowboys to win,
Okay.
but there's possibilities that 5 points, it doesn't mean anything the way that they played last game. So I just look at it as they need to win this game. This is a huge game because if the Giants get on a roll, like I heard you guys talking about earlier, and them Dallas Cowboys go into a 0-2
Mm-hmm.
deficit, it's almost like their season's over with.
Hmm.
I mean, that's the way that I feel. If you start losing against NFC East teams, it doesn't matter what you do against any other NFC conference game. You got to win your NFC East games, and hopefully they win this game.
DeMarcus, are you picking the upset?
I'm not saying an upset. I'm just pissed, to
You're
be
just
honest with you. And they just need to win this game. I'm just being frank. I'm not saying it's going to be an upset, but I will be upset if they lose this game.
I want to ask you a little bonus pick here. There's plus 500 odds the Dallas defense scores a touchdown tonight. Do you think that do they take one to the house against the Giants today? The defense?
They're going to take one to the house.
Yeah?
I can say that.
Why are you
For
so
sure.
confident in
Yes, they're
that?
going to take one to the house. Because I know that my boy Micah and DeMarcus Lawrence, they're going to pick it up. I'm going to be their biggest cheerleaders right now. And that's how we're going to win the football game.
I absolutely love it. Let's talk a little bit about The Masked Singer. Let me get to this because this is unbelievable. Okay, season 12 premiered last night. You were the ambassador, right, for Leaf Sheep, and I mean, you dressed as a what? Tell me what I need to know about this.
It was one of the funniest shows I've ever done before in my life, and it was cool to introduce, John Elway, as I can see right here. But when you can actually, you get cheerleaded by the mascots in college and high school, and all of a sudden now you get to put that mask on, not a football helmet, but a mask on and sing and do something that you've never done before. It was one of the coolest shows, and I actually watched it last night. Look at that, shake it. There you go, get it, D. But yeah, it was really fun.
I mean, you were eliminated, right? You were both eliminated on show one. Who do you think was better? What did you make of it?
I think I was better than Elway. I talked to Elway probably about 2 months ago at a golf tournament that we had, and he already knew that already. But we were going back and forth, and we were laughing. I said, "Are you actually going to do it?" He was like, "Yeah, man. I just had a wild hair to just get out there and have some fun." I said, "Man, great for you."
It was amazing. It's amazing to see. Everybody can check it out. I'm glad you had so much fun. That's delightful. Let's wrap this with Denver, okay? Broncos defense, they have been great. Nobody's really talking about it. They're top 3 scoring defense, though. They got to Baker Mayfield finally, got some pressure, 7 sacks, and got their first win of the season last weekend. Are they good enough to go into MetLife with Bo Nix and take out Aaron Rodgers?
I would say yes. Right now, I don't know what favorites they are. I know that you're really good at the fantasy football league. Let's say they're up by 7 points.
7.5 point favorites, the Jets.
There you go. I knew you knew it.
Uh-huh.
But they can come out of this game if they play their scheme. I know that the Jets, their defense is really good. If you start blitzing a young quarterback, you can get them rattled. But a guy like Bo Nix, he brings another trait to the game, and he can run that football. So if you let him get past that blitz, those blitzers, and him getting those extra yards and running the football and making those big plays, it's going to be a long game. And if they can hold the ball long enough out of Aaron Rodgers' hands, because he's been playing, I'm talking about lights out, playing like the old Aaron Rodgers. If they can keep it out of his hands and make the defense win that football game, they got a chance.
Tell me more about this Aaron Rodgers. You were in the same draft class. You're saying he's playing as good as he played, back in 2005? You got 5 sacks in 5 games playing against him. He looks as good as that right now, though?
Yeah, he does. After the injury he had last year, I was like, is he going to come back and actually play like he used to? And when I saw him run out of the pocket, string those plays out, make those deep passes, I'm like, hold on, wait a minute. This guy actually really wants it, and he's trying to really prove a point. And I know that he can do it, and his maturity, and he's a Hall of Fame quarterback. That is what it is. But he has a little bit of pep in his step for some reason. I don't know why, but I need to call him and find out what that is.
He's got what?
Some of that. A little pep in his step.
A pip in his pep? Oh, okay.
Oh, pip.
Pip. What is pip?
In his step.
What's pip?
A little bit of it's almost like putting a little gas on the fire.
Okay.
He had some gas on his fire, and I don't know exactly where it's coming from. A little pep in his step.
Okay. So there's a little, I don't know, maybe it has to do with...
That's a southern thing. That's a southern thing. I know you might
I've heard of pep in your step, not pip in your... I think we're saying...
No, pep.
I think we're saying the same thing. Hall of Famer.
We're saying the same thing. We're saying the same thing.
Yeah, we'll see him with a gold jacket at some point, but I would call it a vendetta. He just wants to set the world on fire. You call it pep because you're nicer than I am. DeMarcus Ware, appreciate you. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you.